So what do you have to know to get started? Well, you're probably on this page right here, or you've seen it. Okay. And maybe these blocks up here at the top are yellow. That means you haven't started or watched or refreshed the page since um, watching these videos. But these are some things you need to do. The video you're watching right now is this video, and it's just to get you started. The bare minimum you need to get moving. This on the right, you need to do this, all right, because we use a platform named Right Now Media to house some of our training, and you need to register for it. It's completely free, but along with what we create, there are 20,000 other videos there covering everything you can possibly imagine, and it is great, high quality, good stuff. And it's all free. It's yours. You can access as much of it as you like for as long as you like. Okay, but you need to register for that. Just go here. It's going to ask if you're affiliated with Arena Success Group. Hit yes. Put in your email. You're good. All right. So now, what else do we need to know? Well, this is your main menu up here, and it's like this on every page. And I'm going to go to another page so you can see that. Okay, in the corner, of course, is home, and clicking on the top part doesn't, like, nothing happens. You have to go to the drop down. And then there's something called Change Arena. And in a different video, we'll talk about what an arena is, but take the time to learn it. All right. But you can change your arena because you might be a member of more than one organization that uses this platform. It may be your work does, and maybe your church does, and maybe another business that you work with, or something along that line. They can all use this platform, and you need to be able to change from one platform to another. So when you click that, a window comes up. We're very serious about security, and you can drop down, choose a different arena. It verifies that you have access to that arena, and then lets you in to see it. Okay. Now, everywhere you go using the menu across the top. And in as you would expect, probably if you work your way from right to left, you'll be getting things done in the right order. The first menu is this graduation cap. Everywhere you see the graduation cap, it's a place, it's either help, learning, think of it along as the help system, all right? And the first choice is going to be help with the particular page you're on. The next one, and it looks the same in here because the company is Arena Success Group that I'm on. It is training for the company that or organization that you are working with right now, or you're an employee of, most likely. They can create their own training within this system. Some have and some have not. And then there is this Arena Success University. And this is where you get most of the training, everything there is to be trained on from Arena Success Group. That's where it is. And then the introduction brings you back to this page here. That's all this introduction is. Okay, so when you go to, let's spend some time on that university because that is a really, really big deal. So we're going to go there quick. When you click Arena Success University, it's going to open it up in a new tab. And that tab, you'll be at a page, and on one side of the page is arena training, and on the other side is personal training. And this is always growing and it will be added to. And then there are tabs, as we use tabs on all the pages all the time. These tabs, like there's an arena intro, it's the general information about the system. And then there's a personal intro because the system has an entire personal side to it too. And that's the intro for that. And then these tabs, and they're going to keep growing, match the menu choices here. And except they're in the order that most people learn them or implement them. And on every tab, there is 3 sections. What you must know to use it. Click it down. There's some documents. They'll bring you, maybe it's an article, maybe it's a video, maybe it's a training doc, something along those lines. But there's 3 major sections on every tab. What you must know to use, what you must know to implement. In other words, you might be user at a company that has used it for a long time. So you don't have to worry about implementing it. They've already implemented it. But yes, could be if you're implementing it new to your company, then you need to spend some serious time in this implementation part. And then there is the must know to understand. You never really know something till you understand it. And I strongly recommend that you spend some time to understand these things. But I realize that we have to get some work done, and it is in everybody's best interest for you to become a good user as quickly as possible. That's why we do it in that order. First, what you must know to use, and so on. Work your way across the tabs, and now that's what the help system amounts to. Now, further on this menu, the first menu should have your name in it. And these are all things that have to do with you. And if you look at all those choices, they all have the word my in front of them. This is where you edit your account and log out and things along those lines. Here's how you can access Right Now Media. But the next menu item is all about the organization. And the choices are almost identical, except they don't have the my about them because this is part of an organization. This represents a fundamental belief at Arena Success Group that the life of a person and the life of an organization are extremely similar and they need the same things to succeed. And we build upon that throughout the entire system. And then the last item is the page you're on. And from there, you can get help with that page. You can refresh the page and you can change the arena again. Lastly, there's another cap that just brings you to help that is directly related to this page. Um, there's a few more things. Well, let's take one more look at a couple. This is a different page, and I'm only bringing you here so you can see a few things. When you're looking at these grids, we do a lot of these things in things that look like spreadsheets. When you're looking at the headers and you roll over them and they change colors like that, that means there's information back there. And if you click it, it'll tell you what that column is about. We also use, when we have questions and things along those lines, we use a system that it's color coded, but we can rank things. Everything has really there's 5 rankings. There's poor, good, excellent, and blue sky. Now, the reason I say there is 5 is because if it's below poor, we call it crisis. We just don't have a column for it. Okay. But many things can be tracked using numbers, rated in those categories, those types of things. And we use checklists all the time. And the checklist questions are usually no if there's nothing wrong, yes if there's something that needs some action, or poor, good, excellent, blue sky, or crisis, of course. So those are some things you need to know just to get going in the system. Now, I strongly recommend you find your way to the help system. You'll also be getting a series of emails, and you work your way down and across the tabs, and your training will go extremely well.